Today we're in a really nice bushy bean field with a lot of really great growth. There's a lot of yield out here to protect. Now's the time to do that. The first step is to stage the soybean plant. You start by looking for the first fully expanded trifoliate, or at least trifoliate leaves where the edges are no longer touching. If you go down from there, the first node, the second node, at the second node we see that open flower. If we continue down the third node and the fourth node, we see we are still at a flowering stage, no pod formation yet. So that means we're at R2 stage here in this soybean field. R2 is a really important time for soybean growth. We're setting a lot of flowers. We need to protect all those, make sure they turn into healthy and productive pods. We also need to fend off any disease pressures that might start to move in this time of year. White mold is one that really has me concerned, especially in big bushy beans like this with a lot of yield potential. That white mold can move in and really wreak havoc, so we need to be on the lookout for that. If you're out there trying to make a fungicide decision, it's still really important to use a product like Miravis Neo Fungicide that has activity on white mold. It's certainly not too late, and at this full R2 to R3 timing, it's almost ideal conditions for making an application for white mold, as well as protecting from other common leaf diseases, septoria, or even frog eye that could become more likely in the state as it moves north. If you're going to make a fungicide application, it makes a lot of sense to look for any insect pressure you might have. We've been noticing Japanese beetle feeding in many of the fields. You may see some aphid pressure just starting to develop, or even a few stink bugs out in the fields. If you see that pressure, Endigo ZC insecticide is a really great product that Syngenta has that can control Japanese beetles, aphids, a really wide spectrum of pests. It also has really good residual control that will extend that insect control throughout the rest of the season. So when we look at insect feeding during the reproductive stage, a common threshold is 15 to 20% leaf defoliation. You can see on the plan here, we're just kind of starting to see that, but when you're going to make a pass anyway, we kind of want to think about which way are we trending and are we getting close to that threshold, and maybe throw that application in anyway.